if you had to make one last prediction, in 3 to 5 years, looking back, to February of 2026, would you say that AI is done everything and more than what people are saying it should do, or that we look back and be like, it was fairly overhyped and most of that hasn't come to fruition?
That's a great question, and I'm going to answer it with a terrible answer. I don't think it's going to be as. I think it's slightly overhyped, right?
Yeah.
I think we've kind of going back to 2000, the internet. But think about the internet from 2000, how it has impacted our lives going into today. It is a massive, awesome thing, but we overhyped it in 2000.
Things take longer.
It takes longer
for people to adopt it, to integrate it into their daily, lives. Now adoption has happened pretty quick with AI,
right?
Because, it for various reasons, but it's still gonna, I think, take longer. I'm in the same boat. I think 3 to 5 years from now, there's been a ton of innovation and a ton of efficiencies created for individuals and organizations, hopefully ours included.
Right.
But I think we look back and be like, this is still a work in progress. It was overhyped. It wasn't, this point in time because it's felt like for years now, we're just all waiting on this one event to happen where it's like AI just officially takes over. Yeah. Like that's the feel of like, we're just waiting.
Even in our industry.
We're just waiting for some big announcement or some big innovation. And it's like, oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Everything's changed forever. And it's just like,
I think generationally too,
I don't think that's going to happen.
30 and unders are going to experience a different world than my generation of 50s and older.
I agree. And no, this isn't coming at you for that, but that's been true for every generation throughout history.
Sure. It is 100% true.
And so people say that, and this is not, that's like the common thing. It was like, well, the next year, but it's like, go back to the 1800s.
No, I agree.
Since and like every generation has had new innovations in technology, and life has been different for the next generation.
You're 100% right. The cotton gin. Go back to the cotton gin, right?
So I don't see why
innovation.
because people will use that as like a, well, this is a pivotal time because the next generation is just not gonna, and that's always been true, and it's always going to be true.
So
it shouldn't surprise us.
No, it shouldn't. I think this is an interesting part of this conversation. When I was in college, the boom of getting computer knowledge, right, was a big deal, right? Any kid that got a degree in computer science or anything was just like destined for massive success, right? And it proved to be true. I wasn't going to go do that, but those who did, they got into Apple and IBM and all these things that ended up, definitely working out. What's funny about AI is that is what's kind of being affected a lot too.
Sure.
There's a lot of people in that space that are losing jobs because AI
can write code
and do those things. So there's going to be a different world of job, where is the jobs you need to have and so on. And I think that's where the younger folks are going to have to focus on. I don't think it's going to change the direction of what is the next thing, but it's not going to take away the ability to go get a job and work, like the fear. Yeah. But I think the fear has been there. Like, to your point, every major innovation that has come along, the fear of God has been put into society that it's going to take away all the jobs. Everybody's going to be on the street in the soup line. And that's just not the case. There's other things created from the creation of great technology.
All thoughts and opinions shared in this recording belong to the participants. This podcast is meant to inform and educate and should not be seen as solicitation or endorsement for business. The hosts of the Market Moment podcast are employees of Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC.